Good morning, guys. Hello. I'm up at Crackley Woods. I wanted you to see all the bluebells. They're not quite open enough yet for you to just see this as a whole swathe of blue. But let's do the time. 6:52, and it's Monday. Bring your ball, honey. But this place is just amazing when the bluebells come out. As you can see, we're just starting to get the colour now. Probably a few more days next week. Be beautiful. And the sky. Do you know, I've never known it this cold, ever. We're nearly halfway or partway, 2 weeks into May. And I'm still freezing. Last night we had the heating on. Absolutely freezing cold. It's kind of pyjamas, dressing gowns. Oh, terrible. And although I've never really believed in the kind of more abstract concept of global warming, i.e. that it's us that are creating the problem. Honey, go and get your ball. Honey. And I do in fact think it's almost like a cosmological phenomenon, if that's indeed a word. I know phenomenon is, I'm not sure about the word before that. And there's things going on other planets all over the solar system. Well, apparently there is. But, I keep getting confused with this. I mean, I don't understand how, well, we can register things on planets that are like so many light years away or wherever the hell they are. I don't know, really. It's beautiful though here, isn't it? Which is like why I like being in the here and now, because I at least understand it. But I do think to myself, well, hang on a minute, that planet is like, I don't know, say something like 250 million light years away from us. How do we know what's going on? I know we've got really powerful telescopes and this, that and the next thing. But, I just don't know. I really don't. And I just think to myself, when I look at films now, say the original King Kong film, I don't know if you remember that one, but at the time, people were absolutely convinced of this giant gorilla. It was like, oh my word, look at that, and it's holding her in its hand, and do you understand what I mean? And it's even like kind of films that I have watched from my own growing up, where, I mean, Jurassic Park, you watch Jurassic Park and it's like the effects are just incredible. However, you realise a few years later after watching it, you can see things in the effects. You can see that it is just effects and not real. And so I kind of wonder to myself, we're told all of these fantastic things about how we can see the universes, or how we can see, that is such a lovely bird singing in there somewhere, how we can see storms and cyclones and whatever. on the surface of these planets, or in their rings, or in their moons, or whatever it might be. Yet we cannot see things that are a lot closer to us. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you know, for all I know, it could be the special effects department. Here we are. I mean, a bit like some of the moon landings, which, you know, we now know were photoshopped, and a lot of it was played out in studios. And do you know what I'm saying, guys? I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, look at them all over there. I'm not sure if we have a clue what is going on. And, you know, people so buy into this stuff that if you question it, or if you say, well, you know what, I just don't know if I agree with that. It's like, well, why don't you agree? Why don't you agree? It was reported by Hubble, or Bubble, and is creating toil and trouble. Anyway, all I know is to experience what is happening right now. And right now, my feet are very, very cold. I've got on about 4 layers of clothing. It's bloody freezing. Absolutely freezing. And we have had a 6 months of winter. And now we're in this, oh, come on girls, let's go this way. It's far more inviting than walking around the bloody pathway. Let's go off. And I think it's all to do with, you know, forget all of these these devices that read things on some planet that we believe to be spinning round our sun so many 1,000 light years away from us. I mean, how many people are actually stopping and saying, well, let's see where we are now in this physical reality. Let's connect with this planet. I mean, they don't even connect with this planet, but they're ramming down our throats stuff about planets miles and miles away. Well, not even miles away. I mean, they might as well be dimensions away. And it's kind of, you know, people will just challenge you and say, how can you be so stupid? And I think, well, you know, how can you be so stupid? Why don't you take your shoes and socks off, go outside, connect with the earth and see what you feel? Feel what you feel. So, anyway, the whole global warming debacle or fiasco or whatever, distraction. You know, it's almost like people are saying, do you know what, it's absolutely freezing, I feel it's getting colder. But then they're being told, oh no, global warming. Oh well, must be a fluke, must be a freak at this, you know, this year. I don't know. Anyway, so it's cold. It is cold, the sky's overcast. It's a case of catch the sun if and when you can. And, you know, I'm quite serious here, guys. I think people should, well, they shouldn't be doing anything, but I am trying to get up as early as I possibly can now. We're into very early sunrises. But I think it is so important to try and at least just gaze at the sun for 10 or 20 seconds. Do you know what I mean? And get in touch with this planet, get in touch with this reality. But it's so strange. So strange. I mean, people will send these machines to Well, I don't even know if they're machines. I don't even know if they're sent. I don't know if I believe anything that I am told. This is the crazy thing. But people will take these supposed machines and be measuring stuff on other planets. And we haven't even explored our own oceans properly yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's all a bit kind of gaga to me. I just think, you know, we can't even feed people on our own planet. I mean, well, we could, but it's just like it's designed that we have so many people starving so that those of us who are able to scrape food away in the bin, you know, I kind of kept thinking, thank God I've got food. I'm not like those people there. Do you know what I'm saying? Instead of thinking, thank God we've got enough food to share. Anyway, people just sound crackers, so I don't really care. Now that sounded like something behind me, didn't it? If it was anything, the dogs would have gone to explore. Hello, beautiful bluebells. There you go, honey. Yeah. And another thing that's crazy at the moment is this. I was telling Kate about this the other day. My bathroom, as some of you will know who maybe saw the Rawgasmic channel, has got quite a lot of mirrors in it. And when I go into the bathroom, I am noticing and becoming more and more aware that, let's go this way, girls. See where this leads. More and more aware of myself or my robotic part of me or the programmed part of me. I'm not sure really which it is. But I am becoming more and more aware of this part of me. Because whenever I go into the bathroom, and it's like this annoying little demonic side of me is waiting there in the mirror for me to arrive. And wow, it looks like there's been a shelter put there. I wonder if someone's sleeping out under cover. Can you see it? Aye, and it's strung between them trees, look. And this part of me, and I'm sure it is a part of me, it doesn't reside in the bathroom and only confront me when I go in there and look in the mirror. But it's you know, I realise now that this has probably been going on for years and years with me, and I've never really recognised it before. So now, every time I go into the bathroom, I am very aware that there is another part of me waiting there. And this part of me is a bit of a crazed loon. Because I can actually be... I can be... Oh, the birds all playing. You know, walk into the bathroom in a really good mood, very kind of in the moment and spontaneous and just connecting with, you know, whoever's around and having a lovely time. And then I'll go into the bathroom and it's like it starts speaking to me. It seriously does, and it will often say things like, totally random, out of the blue things like, well, I'm telling you, if she says that again, and I'm thinking, who is she talking about? who is she angry with? And this part of me, dimension of me, I don't know what it is really, it is always angry and pissed off. Yeah, and like I can go into the bathroom so happy and just, you know, having a great time with whoever's around or whatever, and then I'm confronted by this caricature of demonic frustration, it would appear, because I'm saying, who are you talking about? Who is this she? And then it might go, well, I'm just not letting her think that she can do it. And I'm thinking, who? When did she do what? And it's got to the stage that I am so aware. I think I must have just, before kind of being aware, just let this part of me, this lunatic part of me, basically just chunter on, and you go into the bathroom, a nice happy person, meet up with this side of yourself who complains about frigging everything and about who she's going to see and what she's going to do, with no names attached or, you know, no times included. She just rambles, and I can leave the bathroom in a bit of a pissed off place. Now, isn't that weird? But I'm becoming more and more aware of her, not just in the bathroom. She appears at other places too, and will want to say something. It's like if I'm in conversation with somebody about somebody else, and I will always try and give a positive kind of, you know, oh well, like say if a friend is saying, oh, so and so really got to me today, you know, I was in work and she said this and da da da, and I just try and turn it into a positive and say, well, you know, really well done for not saying anything about that. And sometimes it's just easier to talk it through, and, you know, everything happens for a reason, and there's lessons in everything. And, you know, we try to kind of end up at a place where the person is saying, well, yeah, that feels so much better, or I hadn't thought about it like that. Well, yeah, I suppose that could have been her perspective and I didn't consider it. And my friends will do it for me too, which is lovely. But I feel almost like I've got this lunatic attached to me. And she's totally programmed by everything, to challenge things and to well, like a bull in a china shop, really, instead of being cautious, kind and considerate and compassionate. So I wondered if any of the rest of you have got a lunatic attached to you, and where it is most noticeable, because mine seriously is this bathroom. I'm kind of going into the bathroom now and not looking directly into the mirror, because I just know she's going to say something. And really, it's fascinating to kind of analyse yourself and to see that most of the people do have this side to them, but maybe aren't even aware, because it's only really over the past, well, I've known about this other person for a while, and I have been watching her, but it's only really been in the past 6 months that I've realised that she resides a lot in the bathroom, and she will like catch my attention. It's like, look at me, look at me, look at me, and then she'd say, well, what are you going to do about it? And the thing is, there would have been a time when I would have said, well, I don't know. What do you think I should do about it? And then she'd say, well, I'd tell her if I was you. I'd be, tell her what? Well, you just tell her she better watch what she's saying. I'm like, okay. Do you understand what I mean? Now, I'm kind of, who are you on about? And who are you anyway? What are you doing in my reflection? I think Michael Jackson knew he had another side because of his song Man in the Mirror. Well, I've got Looney in the mirror. Anyway, come on. And people might think, oh my God, what is she doing, confessing to things like that? But you know what? I think honesty is the best way. You know, if we can actually say, it's like the Emperor's new clothes. If we can actually say, well, hang on, he isn't wearing anything. Or I can say, well, hang on, I've got this like demon who wants to keep causing fights and problems and everything. And she resides in the bathroom. Well, it's not just the bathroom, in my reflection. Yeah. So everything is not as it seems, whether it be planets or global warming or our own decision making. Because if we're having these conversations with these parts of ourselves that just seem to want to be angry and confrontational, I mean, she plots. It'll be, I mean, this hasn't been recently, but I have been observing for a while now, and she will kind of be just waiting to cause some kind of problem, you know. It'll be, yeah, you're not going to have any time to yourself today, are you? No, you're not. And I'll be looking at her thinking, oh, she wants some time to... And then I think, but we always have time to ourselves. And if I say it like, well, we always have some time to ourselves. Oh, yes, we do. We have to kind of fit it in around everybody else. You know, I mean, where did she come from? She's totally nasty, man. Anyway, yes, nothing is as it seems. Apart from doing something like this, connecting with the earth, walking on the ground, getting these crazy free radicals chilled out that are in our bodies. And, you know, I think people really were off exploring all of these planets and now different universes and galaxies. Do you know, I don't know the difference between a universe and a galaxy. I haven't a clue, really. And galaxy always kind of reminds me of a chocolate bar, so I don't usually use the word galaxy. But hello, beautiful blossom. But, you know, we're busy chasing around doing these kind of things, yet we don't even know who we are. Do you understand? Yeah, I think it's all a bit mad. Honey, get your ball. Get out of there, Ebby, honey. Come on, out, get your ball. They have to stay out of this. Ball! Good girl. Go on, Ebbs. What we have realised is, get your ball, honey, is that Honey's skin reaction that she gets is always from still water. Yes, indeed, so that's really good. It's narrowed down a lot of things, and that's why she would get these, bless her, these skin irritations if she swam in the canal or if she's been in anything that doesn't have a movement to it. Honey, go and get your ball. Go on. She says, why is it always me? Go, I'm just going to keep walking. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. But I feel sometimes that things need to be said. And I'm sure I'm not the only person who goes through this. I mean, Kate didn't confess to having her own kind of issues with bathroom mirrors or anything. But she says she has an angry, like unrealistic being, so she can come home and instead of walking in the door I'm being so grateful that work's over and she's back home. And she will just kind of come in and go mad about the state of the house. And she says it's so funny because I don't know why I do it. And instead of coming home and just relaxing and thinking, oh great, that's work over and I can just chill out now, she gets herself wound up. So, you know, it's been interesting talking to her as well. And yeah, you're not going to bring your ball then, honey, because it will just stay here. Don't I sound like a mother? Well, if you don't get it, it'll be here. Someone else can have it to play with. And he probably thinks, well, isn't that a lovely thing to do? Because she knows how wonderful it is when we arrive and we come across a ball that some other dog has generously left for the next person or animal that comes along. Right, I'm going to shut up now because I've rabbited on for ages. But yes, these are just kind of things from my little world. And really, if they are doing something seriously, and I think they are with the clouds and all the rest of it, yes, we've been through that, you know my stance on that. It's a bit ridiculous now. This is mid-May. Whoa. This is mid-May. And I'm coming out in a thermal vest, a t-shirt, a jumper and a freaking coat. And to me that is just ridiculous. So come on guys, give us a bit of warmth, will you? And don't worry about all these other places. Just focus your attention on the little patch of land that you're occupying at this moment. And yeah, if we all did that, the world would be a far nicer place, really. Anyway, from the bluebells at Crackley, we will come here again because we haven't got the absolute blueness yet. Do you know what I mean? You come here when they are all out and it's just like a blue carpet. It's beautiful. I'll see you again, so keep looking up. There may be a sun trying to force its way through the clouds, or some delightful leaves. Yes, beautiful. And remember to enjoy life, live it. It's exactly why you are here. Right, so from Ebby and Honey, the sun, and my feet, which are actually quite clean, it's goodbye, guys. Love you all. Bye.